Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Me llamo Supriya, estoy enseñando español. Vamos a hablar de las preposiciones por y para en la sesión de hoy. That means in today's session we are going to talk about the prepositions por and para. So they roughly means for. But we all know now we need to learn in what context we use particular Spanish preposition. You cannot just translate. So let's start with por. Por is used like when you want to talk about motivation or reason behind something. If there is a motivation or reason behind something, like if you can check it like that. If you can use because of. Like if I want to say I married him for his intelligence, for his intellect. So if I want to say I married him for his intellect, that means there was a motivation or reason behind me marrying him. So in that here in this context you are supposed to use por. So sentence would be yo, I married yo, and this is reflexive, so we all know reflexive verbs now. So me, yo me, casarse is reflexive, is to get married to someone. So yo me casé con él, I married him. Yo me casé con él por his intellect, por su intelecto. So here in this context we have used por. So or you can say that I married him because of his intellect. So because of, you can replace reframe that sentence using because of. Then you are supposed to use por. And second thing, like when you want to talk about frequency of any work or anything, then you are supposed to use por. Suppose I want to say I do exercise 5 days a week. So frequency of my exercise is 5 days a week. So then I'll say yo hago ejercicio, I do exercise, yo hago ejercicio 5 days, 5 días por semana, week is semana. So in this context I have used por. So and next use is through like if I want to say suppose I am going something, I want to say I went there through this city, through like I went anywhere through Mumbai. So I traveled through Mumbai. If I want to say I traveled through Mumbai, the sentence would be viaje por Mumbai. I traveled through Mumbai. So you are for destination you won't use por, but through, for through, to mention that through city or like place, you will use por. And along, suppose I want to say we walked through beach, that would be caminamos, and for along, we walk along the beach. So caminamos por la playa, we walk along the beach. So along, for along you'd say por. Or suppose I want to talk about medium, like I talked to him through telephone or by telephone. So in that place also we'll use por. By telephone or by internet, por internet, por teléfono. like you can frame the sentence, I talked to him through phone. So that would be I talked. Hablé or yo hablé con él. I talked to him. Yo hablé con él por teléfono. So if you want to tell about medium or through by means of telephone or by means of internet, then you'll use por. In that situation, you are supposed to use por. And this is another use, like when you want to talk about amount paid for something. Like I want to say I bought this book for 5 euros. So that would be yo compré or compré este libro por 5 euros. I bought this book for 5 euros. So por 12 euros, like 12 euros. So when you want to talk about amount paid for something, you'll use por. And to say by, like when you want to say this book is written by him. So sentence would be este libro es escrito por él. Or you can say any writer's name. Este libro es escrito por, for example, French Kafka. Or este libro es escrito por Jane Austen. Like any writer's name if you want to mention. For that by, you are supposed to use this preposition por. Like for example, when you say for example, then also you will say por ejemplo. For example, in that situation also you will use por. And if you want to thank someone for something, like if I want to thank him for his help, then it would be gracias por su ayuda. If I want to say thank you for your help, then it would be gracias por tu ayuda. Gracias por tu ayuda. For your help. And if I'll thank him, then gracias por su ayuda. Or if I want to thank for this rotulador, then that would be gracias por este rotulador. That way, so if you want to thank someone for something, then you'll use this preposition por. So these are not all the uses, but this is like a part of like of the topic, and you are supposed to do research on your own, because this is a very vast topic and it will take some time to master these topics. But we have covered many of the scenarios, I think. Yeah, one more thing, like if you want to talk about part of time, part of day, like suppose I want to say I study at night. So it's my routine, like I mostly study at night. So I would say yo estudio or estudio por la noche. Por la noche. Or if I want to say like if I want to mention the time period, like today I'll work for 10 hours, then also I will use por. Like then I'll say I'm going to work for 10 hours today. Voy a trabajar por 10 horas hoy. Voy a trabajar, I'm going to work por 10 horas, 10 hours hoy, today. So in that scenario also, when you want to mention some time period, you are supposed to use por. What else? I think that's it for por. Like, you guys need to find other uses by yourself. And then we should discuss para. Para means also for, but like you need to understand in which scenario you are supposed to use para. So when you want to talk about destination, then you are supposed to use para. Like we'll leave for London, so that would be salimos para Londres. Or to talk about purpose, like when you are doing something and for some purpose, for some particular thing, like in order to, when you can replace that thing with in order to, then you are supposed to use para. So for example, if I want to say I go to dance class to learn salsa. So I go to dance class in order to learn salsa. I can reframe this sentence. So that would be voy a la clase de baile. Voy, I go to dance class. Voy a la clase de baile para aprender salsa. To learn salsa. Para aprender. So yeah, when you want to talk about purpose, then you use para. And another use would be to talk about the recipient. Like when I want to say, like, I purchased this watch for my sister. So my sister would be the recipient of that watch. So then I'll say, compré este reloj para mi hermana, or para mi esposo, or para mi madre. So, compré este reloj para mi hermana. Next is deadline. When you want to talk about deadline, like when there is a deadline, you'll use para. Like if I say I need the presentation by Monday, then it would be necesito, or yo necesito la presentación para lunes. So that's it for today, guys. Adios. Hasta domingo.